Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 426 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast, coming to you live on 97.9 FM CHSR from beautiful Fredericton, New Brunswick, and live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
I'm about to start cussing at somebody here who's talking nonsense in our chat.
Who's talking nonsense?
Listen,
who are we going to fight
your
with?
old lady wants to take you on a cruise? No. You got all year long. Stop trying to the horn in on my time here.
No. She wants to go on a cruise in 2026.
That's fine. Just not a D-Day.
That's the plan. No. None of this summer cruise stuff. We're going to do a winter cruise.
That goes on a cruise in the summer, you lunatic.
Right? No, that's why I'm thinking like next year, January 2026, February 2026. It's going to be cold. We're going to go south, get on a cruise. We're all going to get, what is it called? Some sort of virus that everybody gets on cruises.
Oh, the flu. Again, theme. What is going on? Cat, you're knocking things over. I am down with the cruise as long as it's a theme cruise. So I went and I saw Kiss. It was like a live concert for 3 days. It was awesome. But I can't imagine just sitting on a deck and drinking for 3 days.
No, I particularly want to do the kind that like you're in a different, like the ship docks every night or every other night and you go and explore. That's what I want.
That's cool.
Right? That's what I want.
But, I mean, again, I like stuff. Unless I'm going someplace fancy, right? But again, you're spending that kind of money to be on a boat and then getting off. I don't know. I'm rambling tonight. I feel rambly.
So do I.
Like I was saying,
this thing's in my
to everybody out there on beautiful 97.9 CHSR in Fredericton that are listening to us. This is the Maritime Paintball Podcast. We are now officially in the off season.
We are. It is snowing. It is officially the end of the paintball season. There is a weird hum in my headphones, and it is driving me nuts.
That hum is Patrick McGooey
showing up,
appearing in our chat. Pat, hey buddy, nice to see you.
Now,
I don't know. I must have had a stroke or a seizure or something. I was thinking of you the other day. It was a stroke. Because I'm just looking forward again. I get so lonely and I miss seeing everybody. And now I have this project that once I bang out and get the embassy ready to roll, it's going to be a blast. Just again, because I'm cheap and I don't have to pay for hotels anymore. And I got my porta-bog. It has come in. So I have a place to poop. Thank you. My toque, it's because of my there. Is a very comfy toque. It absorbs paintballs very well.
There we go. And sorry, I'm messing with the microphone.
I was. Absolutely, Andrew. And you too. Why? Because I'm going to show up at a C1D event. That's it. I've decided it has to happen next year.
Love it. Absolutely. Folks, we're gonna say this right off the bat, is that the phone lines are gonna be open all show. 506-453-4979 because one, like Tom here said, we're in the off season. We're running out of stuff to talk about, so feel free to call in and give us something.
Sandwiches. Tell me about your sandwiches. What's everybody had this week? I made a beautiful turkey provolone pesto. I was so pleased with myself. Turtle, hi buddy.
I had Burger King today. Not today, yesterday. I haven't had Burger King in ages.
What did you have? Was it good?
I had it was like the quarter pounder version of from Burger King. So not the Whopper, but like it basically a quarter pounder, and it was better than McDonald's.
Did you go to Waffle House and see the Hulk?
Yes.
At Moncton Paintball?
Number 61.
Oh, nice. 17.
Ooh.
Because 17 is the right number. When are you supposed to have sex? 17. Do you mean 17 and in love? No. That's just the number. Chef was right.
What was that song? What band had that song?
What?
I forget now. I was listening to the radio, and they were talking about a bunch of bands, a bunch of songs that were really, really popular in the 70s and 80s, like the rock songs, like the rock anthems, and they sound like love songs, but when you actually listen to the lyrics, a lot of it is just like, those girls are way too young to be the subjects of these songs. And it's like, it puts a very creepy like vibe onto a lot of older rock songs.
We cannot hold past entertainment and media to today's standards.
No, not at all.
Nothing is funny.
Yeah, nothing. Not saying like it was a bad thing, but it's just sort of like you're rocking out, and then suddenly like you actually listen to the lyric, and you're like, oh, well, it's a sick guitar riff.
Oh. Or unless you listen to Iron Maiden, and then you listen to a story. Let me tell you a tale.
It really is. Let me tell you.
Story of. You're gonna get a
it's
hell of an adventure.
If
7 minutes.
If Tolkien, if Tolkien hadn't written a book, he would have started Iron Maiden.
Blind Guardian is based off him. Yeah, I suppose.
But yeah, she was 17. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the song I'm thinking of. I just can't think of the name of it.
Oh, I don't know the song.
Not Billie Jean. That's Michael Jackson.
No. But oh my God, the Runaways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Cherry Bomb.
Ooh, Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb.
You know what's going on with that? It's like, it's still a great tune.
Yeah.
Damn, it's catchy.
It is, right? That's the thing. You know, it's funny. So again, we'll get to paintball eventually, folks. But speaking of the radio, I'm going to end up. So I listened to Q in Fredericton because I could pick up the Q in most of Fredericton, and it's like the only good radio station now. And I'm going to call them and rant, though, because I swear to God, every time I turn on the radio and it goes to that station, I hear the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I am so sick of hearing Californication. Like, come on, people. There are better songs. The Chili Peppers wrote better songs. So, anyways, that's my rant. Yeah, so the phone lines are open. We've got them open. I'm just going to have them open the entire show. We're probably going to have them open the entire show for most of the off season, just because, folks, this is round table. Welcome to a kitchen party. The only thing we're missing is a kitchen table that is too small for everybody, and a fridge full of beverages. So feel free to call in 506-453-4979. I got the number scrolling across the screen there as well. And Chili Peppers are overrated. Honestly, I think so. Good band, but at the same time, they're just never really got into them. So one of the things I want to talk about, one of the little, I was like, let's stir the pot a little bit. Maybe not stir the pot. I tried to stir the pot last time, and you all agreed with me, so we'll see how that goes. Speaking of which, Coyote Force. Was that what they were called? Coyote Force? They never reached out to me. I wanted them to reach out. They never reached out.
Apparently, now, I have it on good authority by...
Did they make it to the NXL?
Gentlemen. They were not seen anywhere. Our reporter on the ground, Thomas Burke, did his due diligence to make sure that Coyote Force was not there. Please let it be Coyote Force.
Oh my God, I would. Don't do that to me.
Ahoy hoy.
Hold on. The system takes a second to move them over.
They aren't.
You're on the air. What's your name?
It's a turtle.
It's a turtle.
Turtle. Hey, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
Where is it? Hang on here.
I'm going to be in your neck of the woods next month.
No shit, eh?
Yeah, I'm going to be in Halifax for work for 2 days.
Oh, we'll have to link up and get some food or something.
Yeah, we'll try and figure that out because they've got me working. They're like, it's a Christmas party plus a staff meeting plus this, that, and the other thing. I was like,
You're gonna go to Boston Pizza.
We're never letting you live that down.
It wasn't his. It wasn't
I'll
his
book
fault.
a table
That's the
for
best part.
20.
Book. Oh my God, that was so funny. So what's up, man? What's on your mind?
Oh, I think feeling it like all the other ballers are at the end of the season. We know that it's going to be a cold, long few months before we get to shoot each other.
Yeah. You know what though? I don't think it's going to be as cold as it was last year. I think it's going to be a lot more snow. So.
Well, hopefully. I mean, God, global warming can't be for nothing, right?
Snow means good paintball to me because it means the temperatures are high enough that HPA still works. And if you get a mech marker out there, grab an E-mech off the shelf and just rip her. And there's nothing more fun than fighting in snowbanks because it's just fun.
But you get the cool,
honestly,
theatrical, paintballs hitting the snow and it goes flying. It's like, oh my God, I'm living COD.
My thing was digging holes through the snowbank and then mouse holing and just shooting through the hole.
Oh, you were that guy.
I don't know where South Derek is, but that's something I do want to do eventually.
I think anywhere south of New York would be warm enough.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, we should totally do like a midwinter trip somewhere over the border.
I would very much like to go and do something, but my mobile embassy is not slated to really be ready May,
Right
June,
on.
because it doesn't have heating and I'm not freezing my ears off.
You're gonna put you putting a mobile. You're gonna put propane heater in that or an electronic heater?
It's already
You say
I'm not putting any
mobile?
heater in there.
As in you bought a trailer?
He's got a trailer,
yes.
bro. He's got a trailer.
Oh,
Hey buddy.
sweet. Heck yeah.
Troy. There's good stuff in New York. I like New York.
Mm-hmm.
The state, I've been through the city, but I love the state. There's good stuff in New York. It's fun. Capital Combat Zone. Any place named Combat Zone, I feel, has good vibes. Just because that was the original field I played at. My first field was Combat Zone, so
I find
you can
any
hear that name anywhere.
I feel like any place that's got like combat zone in their name is very much old school paintball. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I want to go south. Like I want to go South Carolina, Georgia. Oh, I want to go to Pennsylvania. Like those games look like there's so much fun. Fulda Gap and stuff, but no, I'm not
Oh,
going to
man,
put any
Fulda
heat in
Gap
that
is
trailer.
sick.
It's going to stay heatless because I don't tend to travel with it when it's cold.
Yeah.
Because nobody told me when I lost weight
you'd get cold,
that
bro.
I would get cold. My fellow thick boys, it's not greener on the other side. Yeah, fine. Your pants are 2 sizes smaller and you don't eat as much. But guess what? You're cold all the time. I'm in a house coat and my house is at 20 degrees and I'm still freezing.
Ryan
Oh,
Bell
Tom,
says his
you'll be
bathroom's
proud of me.
called
Guess what
Combat
I
Zone.
joined?
Would
What
you join?
did you join?
I joined the CPAP Army.
Welcome to the CPAP Army, buddy. You look like a
Right?
fool, but you sleep so well.
That's all
I
that matters,
can't
man.
wait.
You know what? Nobody is attractive when they sleep. So you might as well
No.
strap a machine to your face that lets you actually breathe and not temporarily die in your sleep.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I was watching this TikTok and this guy was like being very dramatic about it. And then I did the sleep study and they were like, you stop breathing 45 times an hour. And I was like, I just burst out into laughter. And I'm like, I die 45 times an hour. And she's like, that's a bit dramatic. I'm like, no, I get this guy now. Like, you just stop breathing.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
They're fun. They're fun.
So hopefully that helps for you, man. Hopefully that improves your quality of life.
Hell yeah. Ain't going to be a turtle for much longer. We're going to have to find a faster reptile to call me.
No, man. Turtles move, man. When turtles need to move, they move.
Oh, hell yeah.
Scuttling across the beach when they're
Yeah.
out of the water for freedom.
I've seen turtles move. I've seen turtles move because it's like there's a predator nearby, and I've also seen turtles move because somebody yelled at them across the field. And so
I've seen the predator go after the turtle on the field, and
if I was a meaner person, I would crack a predator joke. But
yeah, well, I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about, the one with the pylon.
yeah,
Got his gear strapped to it. But yeah, that was a predator. There, it was coming.
That
He
would-
wanted to touch turtle. Anyways, turtle, we'll let you go.
Yes.
We love you.
Yes.
It's
It
nice
was
to talk to you. And
lovely
we'll see you
talking to
soon.
both of you. We'll have to, hit me up when you're in town. We'll figure something out.
yeah, buddy.
Make it work for you.
We'll chat.
All right. Cheers, boys.
Cheers now.
Noodles.
Um,
Oh, so the Kaiser was suggesting a MagFed game. I think that's definitely, again, I don't intend to pull out my TMC until I drive there. So I'm not going to even gas it up. I'm going to clean the mags, chuck them in a bag, and bring them up there just as it is and let her go.
Do it.
It'll fire.
Oh yeah.
Or it won't, and I'll find a marker. Like, no big deal. It's a mag-fed place. Everybody's got 4 markers, and you can only fire one
Yes,
at a time.
somebody will have the same marker with different attachments.
Ryan, I haven't cleaned it since. I've used it quite a few times, but I haven't really cleaned it since. And I guarantee it'll fire more than any of me markers that I've got right now.
If anything's gonna fail on it, it's the mags. That's the only thing that'll not work.
Again, I think I've just given up on the mags with that, and I'm just going to run box mag.
There you go. That works. We know the box mag works.
Yeah, the MCS box mag.
Yeah. Right.
Fantastic.
The only thing I hate about it is it's all off-centered. I really, really wish they found a way to make it center instead of off to the side.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, when you clean it, that's when you get problems.
Yeah. Right? 100%. 100%. You got to... if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I want to put this out there because it's just something that came across my news feed, and I asked Tom about it, and I kind of was like, is this a good topic? And he's like, kinda, you should put that out there and see what happens. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. Headbands, specifically headbands.
Yes.
Specifically hormesis headbands. Why? Why are people paying so much money for these things? Like, okay, let me rephrase that. Why are people paying so much money resale for them? Buying them for the 120, 150 bucks off the site, at least that money is going towards the people making them. Okay, the company is producing a product. You're buying said product. Now but when people resell them for $100 more or even higher, people are paying for these things and they're desperate for them and people are hoarding them. I seen a photo. Somebody had actually. I think I took a screen cap of because I meant to share it out and ask us. And I'm not making fun, but I'm trying to genuinely understand. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's 8 times 9? I can't do math right now.
72.
Guy's got 72 hormesis headbands. Like, why? Who in their right mind needs that many headbands? Who in their right mind is paying that kind of money for headbands? If it's a collector's standpoint, I understand if you like collecting stuff, then you're going to pay money for that stuff. Sure. Okay, I understand. Collectibles and whatnot are a thing. Mm-hmm. Totally. But typically, something is considered expensive because it is rare and hard to find, and that's usually like, okay, let's talk comic books, right? You know comic books. Mm-hmm. So let's do a comparison here.
Go for it.
When a comic book is printed, they print typically thousands. Okay, let's look at Superman edition, Superman Action Comics edition number 1.
Yeah,
it's like the it's like the Grail, right? That's one everybody
Grail,
wants.
yeah.
When they first printed that, they printed tens of thousands of copies.
Oh yeah.
Sold them for a penny, and it came with a stick of gum or something. You know what I mean? And now they're worth obscene amounts of money because so many of them were destroyed because kids used them, threw them out, because that's what you did with a comic book back in the day. It's what you do with a comic book nowadays, let's be honest here. Comic books are meant to be read, right?
Yes. Toys are meant to be played with.
Comic books are meant to be read. Books are meant to have their spines cracked. It's a thing.
I saw a TikTok, and it was the GIF or the video of Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar screaming no, and it's him watching himself, his 6-year-old self, opening all of his Ninja Turtles. And if I had $1 for every time my father told me, if you hadn't opened up your Ninja Turtles, they'd be worth a lot of money right now. And To which I've always answered, and I believe to this very day, that a toy that's not played with is not, it hasn't fulfilled its purpose.
Absolutely.
Like a paintball marker that hangs on a wall, like a Lego set that is built once and that's left on a shelf to be dust. And I'm guilty of that. I have a Seinfeld Lego set that I'm still like really hesitant, because if I give it to my kid, it's over. It's done. I've given him my F1s. I mean, but I get to build them once.
Right.
He brings them over. We build them together, and then he smashes the hell out of them. And I just keep the instruction, and I can build them if I want. It's kind of the fun, the joy of playing with the toy is taking it out of the package and playing with it. And this whole tirade does have, we're going to tie it in, because a headband that just sits in its bag, which is admittedly really nice, or pretty basic. I've got one under here somewhere that's a Canadian custom in a little Ziploc bag, and a headband that's not worn in combat is like a toy that's not played with. It's like a cheap gold watch. It's like a bomb that doesn't explode. Looking at you, Speed, Dennis Hopper.
Right. It's like wear your watch, wear those shoes. Don't, like, sneakers. You always see sneakerheads. They'll buy the sneakers and then they never wear them. They put them in a box and they just kind of like, they're prized. And then they eventually fall apart because they're not meant to be kept for long periods of time. That stuff falls apart. And there was actually, I was at a whiskey festival one time, and I had tried a scotch and I thought it was fantastic. And I was like, this stuff's so good. I was like, I'd buy a bottle to drink and I'd buy a bottle to keep. And he said, nope. He says, you buy 2 bottles to drink. Scotch is meant to be drank. I was like, and this is a master distiller from Scotland who is like, no, do not buy a bottle and not drink it.
Oh, oh my God. Right? Like,
he's like, no,
you
he's
imagine?
like, it's aged in the barrel. It's perfected. I put it in the bottle. It is meant to be drank. Drink it. Don't hoard it. I was like, wow. Okay. So
that is,
right?
Yeah, really right.
So all of this stuff is meant to be used. But they got these people buying Hormesis headbands, specifically Hormesis headbands, and they're just hoarding them, and they're never wearing them, and they're just like, oh, look at this, I got this and this. It's like, cool, awesome. But why? What is the point? They are not rare because there was lots of them and now they don't exist anymore. They are rare because the company insists, Hormesis puts out 2 to 10 to maybe 15 of these headbands, and then they're like, oh, they're gone forever. So now you're going to pay $500 for a headband. I'm exaggerating. I know. I'm getting emotional.
Hyperbole.
Thank you.
I love it.
But you know what I mean? Like they're spending obscene amounts of money on these headbands, and it's like, to each their own. If you got the money, if you got the flow, burn it. Fine, whatever. But man, there's way better things to burn your cash on than a couple of headbands from, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It does not work in my head.
Do I get to play devil's advocate?
Absolutely.
Pointing out how many of us have markers that just sit on shelves and we don't get to play with them? Masks. We're all guilty of it in some way, I guess. Everybody has their vice. Now, that being said, some of those headbands, it's a shame to see them hoarded. Like, I mean, if you've got 25 Tipmans laying around your place, then, they're not really that rare. Like you're saying, like, it's not manufactured scarcity. But a part of what I think is driving some of that headband stuff is like seeing sandanas pop up, vintage sandanas popping up. Those are scarce because the ones that remain are faded, they're beaten, so they command those prices. I don't really care for the artificial, like the new stuff that's, like you said, is artificially inflated. Give them 10 or 15 years and I think they'll be worth the money that they're commanding now.
Sure. Sandanas are, like I said, sandanas are rare because people bought them in the 90s, wore them out, and then the ones that are popping up now that are vintage are because somebody cleared out a tote bag or like a tote out of the back of their garage.
Exactly what these guys are doing, hoarding 15 and hiding them for the next 10 years.
Yeah, but there's no point. Like, I don't...
15.
The fact that Sandana is worth money now
longer.
is rare. Like,
Okay.
you're not seeing people
I don't
drop
know,
mad
remember, so.
amounts of money for Reds gear. You're not seeing massive amounts of money being dropped for... what's the name? Dangerous Power. You're not seeing CP gear being worth good money. You know what I mean? Like, it just Sandana happened to have a really good name and a good product, and it lasted. Also, it's the vintage stuff being found is people being like, man, I haven't played paintball in 20 years, and they're taking their stuff out of their garage, and then like, hey, I wonder if this, I don't need this old Sandana headband, and they throw it online, and somebody's like, I'll give you $400 for that. And they're like, I have 4 other of those that I never wore because I bought them for $12. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just, it feels like to me, and AJ, it's the same as the JT masks right now. People's paying like $400 for a yellow bottom or whatever the JT craze is now. It's all about the clear bottoms, bro. Clear bottom.
There was, the clear bottom drama from a couple of weeks ago when Buddy bought one and it was cracked, and then he did something to it and it pooched it, and they flamed at each other. I read it. It was hilarious.
Right.
But yeah, the JT Pro Flexes, no, mine are still sitting on St. George Street.
They're great
Bloody
masks.
Canada Post.
But they're not. I wouldn't pay $400 for that mask. I don't care. I don't care what JT comes out with. JT could come out. It could be partnered with Gucci or Louis Vuitton. Could be partnered with Maserati. I don't care. I'm not paying $400 for a JT mask. I wouldn't pay $400 for a paintball mask, to be honest with you.
Oh, John, yes. My buddy was able to get that T15 running. It took a little bit of finagling, but he got it working. He says, thank you very much. I can get my grubby little mitts on it every once in a while, and I'm going to slap the box mag on it and probably take it with me. But then I want something to work, so I'll probably still do it.
We know that the box mag works in a T15 because it worked in mine.
That picture of me at D-Day is still one of my favorites.
Just
Of me with the cigar hanging out of my mouth.
Good
I
times,
hurt
man.
so much after carrying that thing.
Oh,
man.
dude, it weighs a ton. Weighs a ton. Destroys your forearm.
It was so fun, though.
Right?
I loved it.
So much fun.
So cheesy.
So with the Hormesis thing, I really feel like Hormesis has become the, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just stating it as my opinion and my, not my opinion, my perceived fact. I need a political term there.
Sorry, Mike's the one who took that picture of me.
Oh, nice.
Mike, thanks, man. I love that picture.
Hormesis is the current champion, like the brand champion. Like everybody
don't even get me started on.
But you know what I
the
mean?
old Kmart brands
Everybody
that are,
wants
like,
to
hot
wear. Not that it's like a cheap brand that became an expensive brand, because Hormesis kind of just hit the ground running at expensive because it has Ollie Lang behind it, or at the helm, I guess he's actually at the front of it. But the idea of like, I want to be the special boy too, so I'm gonna wear Hormesis. You know what I mean?
Mm.
They make nice headbands. Don't get me wrong; they look really sharp. They're nice looking headbands. I think they kind of not broke the mold, but they definitely pivoted the industry when a lot of the headbands were tie-dyed or like just solid colors, or it had flames on it, or it was nothing really fancy. It was a lot of like Walmart T-shirt material, not like imagery, like, you know what I mean. And then Hormesis came out with this very different look, which was great because we needed it. Now it's a little bit nuts.
When I was in high school, I got made fun of for wearing Chuck Taylors, like high tops.
Chucks were poor man's shoes,
right? I got called geek. They called them geek sneaks.
Mm-hmm. There was a reason why skateboarders traditionally wore Chucks, because they were cheap. And most people who were riding around on skateboards didn't have a lot of money, so they bought Chucks.
Yeah, I remember wearing the Converse.
Yeah, Converse
All-Stars. Oh, my God. I was gonna start banging my head against the wall until I remembered. But yeah, Converse All Stars, like
Yeah.
and
Like they were legit, like a little bit of rubber, a whole lot of cardboard, and canvas. They were the cheapest material you could make a shoe out of. That's, and now they're like what, $90 a pair minimum,
I don't want to.
right? It's disgusting.
I haven't owned a pair of Chuck Taylors or anything like that in 20 years. I bought a pair of Birkenstocks and shoes.
So
they are really nice.
Andrew's pointing out BEM headbands from Texas is great. One woman show amazing designs. They're on Facebook. That's something I've noticed, that every time you turn around, there's a new headband company popping up.
Hit me with them. If they're small.
There's man's hoarding he's not hoarding headbands. He will wear all of the headbands. I'm sure we will see Tom in a different headband every day. You also have a job that wearing a headband is functional.
Now, you won't see me wear every type of headband. I don't even have I have yet to find a headband that I can wear all day and be comfortable with. I've only found one.
And we can't say the name on the radio.
The Canadian Customs.
Ooh, there you go.
Crazy Cats Customs.
Ooh, yes.
There's K's. There's K's involved. You can come find me on Facebook. You can message me. I will send you her way. She's a lovely human being. I love her to death. She's been a big help to me. I owe her big time, and she's treated me really well. Thank you, buddy. So I always wear her headbands, but the other ones I have, the Hormesis I have, I'm going to keep just because I won it. I've been really lucky going to Waffle House, and I've been winning headbands all over the place.
Yeah,
I gave one
which
away.
is really funny.
I got a fluffy kitty one, though. I got a kitty, and I can't wait because that one I'm
Oh, so
that's gonna be fun.
I would like to explain to everybody that if somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey, man, here's a Hormesis headband," I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna wear it. It's not Hormesis the brand I have the problem with. It's the secondhand sellers that I've got the issue with, and the people who are enabling the secondhand sellers by buying this stuff for way above market price. Just want to make that clear. That's all.
Here it is. It's on the couch.
It's on the couch.
Under
I got
the
a picture of a dude with 72 headbands in boxes, organized, neat, and tidy. Yours like, where's that headband? Oh, it's on here on the couch. Push the cat off it. Like,
There's my fresh one. My strap-on edition. Somebody noticed it that I was wearing it in public, and they noticed.
then was the emblem.
Strap-on. They noticed the strap-on and thought it was quite funny.
Excellent.
I have yet the other one I haven't worn yet because it's yours, so it's set aside. And my other ones, Richard's wearing one, Sir Richard that Simon found. He's decided to join me and play some PS4 tonight.
Nice.
Oh, it's an easy night tonight. I tried to make a headband once. I learned it's hard. Yes.
Anything is hard if you don't know what you're doing. Like, I don't know how to sew. Like, I can't make a headband. I don't know how to sew.
Yeah.
So if you sit me down in front of a sewing machine, I'm going to end up stitching my thumb to something. Like, it's going to happen.
I would almost pay to see that.
Either that or I'm going to have a Rumpelstiltskin event and have, like, my beard will just end up, like, right into the machine or something. So,
oh my god,
yeah, let's avoid that. But yeah, there's headband companies popping up left, right, and center. I'm loving all of the little companies that are coming out of nowhere. Like all the little, I love the little guys, right? The little ones that are coming up and they're just like, hey, I've got this great product. There's a million headbands you could buy. Do you have the high ground, or are you?
Bring me
there you
Skywalker.
I could learn to sew. I could if I had 10 seconds to breathe.
No, but that's
It's my own fault, I know. And I'm about to make it worse.
I know, and I can't even begin to help you. So
no, it's fine. I might make it better and then make it worse, or I'll make it better and then I'll go back to the old way. But yeah, we'll see. I'll tell you afterwards. We got some cool stuff happening. The winter is going to be
I'm gonna yell at him. You can.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Almost, I can tell all of you that when that camera turns off and he tells me something, I'm fairly sure I'm gonna start yelling at him, and it's gonna be funny. And I wish you could hear it, but then I'm gonna be glad that you can't, because some of the words I use will get the station lady mad at me, and she's a wonderful, wonderful woman, and I know that she reviews these now, and I know you're listening or reading. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Tip Top Tet, Crazy Kwanzaa.
Tip Top Tet? What is that?
Vietnamese.
Oh, cool. Never heard that one.
Time of year, Vietnamese. Yeah, Tip Top Tet, Crazy Kwanzaa, and a solemn and dignified Ramadan.
There you go. Got to get them all. Got to catch them all. I could learn to sew. I'm not going to. There's too many headband companies out there, and I'm not creative enough to actually make one. So I will let the others do that.
I would love to get all of the headband sellers and just sell their stuff. Just send me stuff, and I will sell it for you, because it's all really nice stuff. You just, like you said, I can have a job where I can wear it, but you know what? Warehouse workers, man, they need headbands. Have you worked in a warehouse? If anybody in here been in a warehouse, you sweat. And if your boss says you can't wear a headband, that's kind of ridiculous. So I'm pretty sure you could argue that one.
As long as the worst case scenario, you work in a site that you need a hard hat, and headbands fit under hard hats. That's the only reason. Or you work in a confined space and you have to wear a mask, like a full face shield. But again, you shouldn't actually be in there for more than a few minutes, or WorkSafe gets involved real fast. Welders.
I stand by it.
Welders love headbands.
They do.
Yeah. See, Justin Dory, right? And you know what would be awesome? Not a 1980s athletic headband. You know what I mean? Like, hook your people up with something that isn't one of those, like, stretchy things that you're going to do, like morning exercise or some nonsense like that. So there's tons of small companies out there. So if you're going to drop $400, $300 on a Hormesis headband because it's Hormesis, maybe take that $300 and buy like 10 headbands from a small maker. Just saying. Maybe 5. I don't know. I don't know how much the average headband
5
costs.
to 6. I was doing some counting there. I'd say 5 to 6.
Sure. There you go. So do 5 to 6 headbands.
Of reasonable quality. But again,
yeah, exactly.
Everybody has their vice. Everybody has their vice in paintball.
Absolutely. Teach their own, but make better decisions.
He says about the sport that, yeah, right. Make better decisions. We all play paintball. The best decision's not to do it, but none of us are going to choose that. So lesser of two evils, don't spend as much.
There you go. And for the record, the reason why most of us have so many markers is because odds are one of them broke, then we bought another one, and then we fixed the old one. And we just accumulate. My Mini, I still have the Mini. I'm going to mount that thing. I'm going to shadow box it.
I think you should do one of those exploded, like...
Yeah, right? Yeah. The only thing is if I do that, I have nowhere to put it. Because Brittany would never let me put it anywhere in the house. I need a shed. Or I hang it up in the embassy.
It would look nice in the
Or
embassy.
I sell it.
Probably find a place. Do-rags, yes.
Yeah, right? Yeah, the old do-rags. Justice says, meh, mine all work now that I'm all PE and Mac Dev.
Look at him making fancy with Mac Dev.
My Mini's older than my kids.
I hope your shit needs an update mid-game. I fired a Mac Dev. Steve had one, and it is absolutely it's beautiful.
Right?
Like there's no question
You've got me thinking.
He's a Lamborghini. He's a Ferrari. He's going to break if I touch it.
If I get my hands on a marker that's got a 1 inch, at least a 1 inch colored LCD screen on it, like if I ever get my hands on one of the markers that has like the really fancy like LCD screen on it, I am absolutely setting that sucker up so that when I'm playing mid game, like I want to be able, when I set it, I want the Windows update screen to come across that.
Dory, everybody who had a cocker and loved their cocker and sold it, all regret selling it.
That
Even
was
if they
mentioned.
just look at
3
it.
do-rags was super ag, right?
You've seen some
I've got
stuff, that Dory.
I've got some plans. I think we're Tom and I are gonna bring some serious ag to paintball over the winter. It's definitely gonna be worth it. Trust me.
I think so. I think it's gonna
Even
be...
even if it only goes to like 3 people, if only 3 people back it, I don't care. I
It'll be
really
so
don't.
funny.
It's gonna be phenomenal. It's probably going to require a trip up to Moncton a couple of times because I'm going to need access to a couple of different things. I'm not going to say anything over the air because people are watching.
Again, I did it. I already did it. I'm telling you, headband makers, if you're listening to me, go and hit the welders up. Go hit up movers. Go hit up construction workers.
Mm-hmm.
You can sell to them. If you don't want to approach them, I'm your king of paintball. Come and find me. I will sell your shit.
Yeah.
Anybody on the radio listening to me, I can sell anything legally because I am a decent human being and I'm not stepping on those toes. But I'm telling you, it is a good idea because it came up in a moment of like, and I just spit it out on the air and it's perfect. It's my backup to the backup to the backup.
Sorry,
With karate, I'll kick your ass from here to right over there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick your derriere. You'll listen to that after.
Yeah. Okay. Where was I going with this? I totally forget. Anyways, got 15 minutes left. I'm trying to think. There's not a whole lot going on. We really are in the off season. Nothing's really happening.
No, it's
quiet,
it's
man.
the end of the
It's
year.
quiet.
I'm getting stuff fixed up.
Mac Dev's making moves. I've seen them. They got a couple more dealers.
I was
Mac
seeing
Dev's. I think Mac Dev's prepping for something big. They're suddenly, they've come back to life. And I heard on so
cool.
I saw on Reddit one person was just like, Mac Dev's CEO is a dink, and they're like, he did terrible things. He's a terrible person. And I was like, Mac Dev's CEO is a woman. like I don't know what you're talking about. like,
Yes, I am cleaning my gear and repairing my gear, and by repairing, I mean I'm boxing it up and shipping it to TJ.
yes. Dory, their Cyborg is coming limited run of 200. That's right. The Mac Dev Cyborg, which was like their piece de resistance. Like it was their shining beacon of a marker. Everyone loved it. They stopped producing it. Mac Dev's a very small operation. It's almost a family-owned, like almost family-sized business. Like it's very small. They're also in Australia, so that makes it a little more difficult. And yeah. So they announced that because they came out with the I forget the name of the latest marker that had come out with, the MX, the MVX, MXV, something. They had launched that, and everyone was like, that's cool. Where's the Cyborg? We want a new Cyborg. So they were like, we're going to do it. We're going to do a limited run of 200, and they're going to launch those out. So now I understand why they're doing a limited run. The GTX, thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, Dory. I've kind of started to fall in love with the LV platform. Those just have a really different look than all of the other PE markers. The G-Tech too. It's got a really cool, like the back end of it. I like the way it looks. He's very pretty. That being said, I'm good. I'm good. my shocker eventually will be broken in enough. I gotta whip some paint through it and get her broken in good for this next season, because unless something falls into my lap, I'm not really looking again.
The Canadian dollar is apparently stronger than the Australian dollar. What is the Australian dollar? I didn't know they had their own currency. I thought they used... I don't know why I thought the Australians used, like, the pound or something. I'm looking into this. Not that I don't believe you, but I don't believe you. Also, currently, the Australian dollar is stronger than the Canadian dollar. It is 91 cents Canadian for every Australian dollar. Why hasn't PE enclosed the poppet like WDP did? It's a good question.
He
toolless
tends to come
design?
up with good ones.
Because I want to keep it toolless? Maybe? No, that wouldn't make sense. It's got to be weight. It's got to be a weight reduction thing. I don't know. That's curious. We should get him on to ask. Sorry, him. By him, I mean we should get Jack from PE on. That'd be fun. If we could ever get him on. So I'm working on getting a couple of guests on the show over that's one thing I'm going to be focused on over the winter, where we're kind of we're going to be running out of stuff to talk about. I want to get some guests lined up where they shouldn't be that busy. Bring some folks on.
We've already run out of things
Jack,
to talk about.
We have. It's because, and we're in, what are we? November 28th, and we run out of shit to talk about.
I think, who is it that had an angel at D-Day? And I was going to shoot
G-Man. Guillermo.
G-Man. I keep forgetting to ask him, and he's offered to let me to use it, and it is still like the one thing on my paintball bucket list is to use one.
Nice thing about the angels was
I know it's I know.
Oh, they're just they are the epitome of 90s early 2000s paintball. They look like late 90s early 2000s paintball. Like they embody it.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
That's what I love about them.
Yeah.
They're
I
huge.
can almost pick those yeah.
Absolutely unnecessarily large. But at least if your angel ever went down, you could just throw the marker at somebody and knock them clean out. Because they're like
your A5 and your 98.
Yeah. Actually, I think an
The
angel
OGs.
might have been. I think the 98 was lighter than the angel. Like weight wise, I think they were, because the angel came beforehand, but the angel had to handle higher pressures. Or no, not higher pressures, but like higher forces because of the bolt hammering so fast. So I think they had to build it a little bit beefier. Where the 98 was like had a big heavy bolt on it.
Those markers in those pictures, I've never shot an EMAG. I've seen some guys. Those markers are like space guns, truly space guns.
Mm-hmm. You got to do the warp feed, like Dory says.
If you're spraying a line of paint, like making us look just chalking her down the field.
Yep.
And
your hopper better be down by your trigger. Warp feed that sucker. If you're gonna do an auto mag or an EMAG, sorry, you gotta warp feed it. Yeah, the tank. Yeah, the Angel's a low pressure tank. Yeah, but the bolt. I mean, like they made them things. Those things are beefy. A lot of material on them. I think that also cut out on cost too for making them. They had the digital display. Angel had the digital. Oh my God, what was that part? You didn't believe me that it existed until I showed you a photo of it. It had a digital gauge for your output pressure on your tank.
Oh,
it went between your tank and your gun. It was this big honking display, so you could tell digitally what your pressure was. It was so stupid. Yeah. It was
digital
unnecessary.
HPA tank. Josh got it.
Yeah.
It
was so unnecessary. The Angel Air. My God, it was so stupid. I mean, it was amazing, and it was great that somebody did it. But at the same time, from a practical standpoint, it is the dumbest thing.
Completely unnecessary. But yet.
Right? It's like...
and a mag.
What?
a cross between an autococker and an automag.
Is it a cross between a cocker and a mag, or is it a cross between a cocker and an E-mag? Or an auto, because that'd be an automag.
Either way, man.
Or is it a cross between a cocker and a mag fed?
Oh, did you see the deals that TJ put up for
I'm
the Novas?
not. Nope. I'm broke.
Don't do it.
I'm broke.
Don't do it.
I'm lay broke.
Don't do it. Don't look, man.
Nope.
Or do it.
Nope.
Do it.
Nope.
Do it.
Nope.
Do
Nope.
it.
Nope.
Do it.
Nope.
Do
Nope.
it.
Nope.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
It was 25
Do it.
years
Do
ago.
it.
I feel so old. Oh, it was 25 years ago. That's the crazy thing. It was so ahead of its time. 25 years ago. It was wild, man.
25 years ago today. Oh, no. 35 years ago. No, 25 years ago. Live shit binge and purge. Metallica's that box set.
Oh yeah.
Came out that had the 3 VHSs. It had the 3 tapes or the 3 CDs in a big box set. That came out recently, like 25, 30 years ago today.
That's wild.
I remember getting that. I love that. I love that box set.
That can't be right. Sorry, I'm
What?
looking at the automated system. Timer, like my watch says we have 8 minutes left. The automated system says we have 12 minutes left. So, whatever.
Whichever kicks us off first.
That's the best part, is so long as I don't move one particular slider on this board, it doesn't kick us off. But it'll kick into a commercial before I do anything, so I'll kick over.
I was going to say, because otherwise it's going to be like the next guy's weird Spotify playlist.
No, the
is kind of
next
like-
one is, I think it's hip-hop. I think it's a hip-hop hour.
It's the hip hop hour with the incredibly vulgar lyrics about the former,
Former premier.
which we cannot say some of those words because station lady will get mad at us.
Yeah, we're not
But I
allowed
can-
to say it talk show. They're allowed to say it on the radio and music
It
because
was a
that's
good song.
because it's art.
It was a really good song though, so I'm not complaining.
Oh
about
no, it was a
that,
great song.
which
He was
pretty
also
good.
very French.
white.
Mwah.
Hey AJ. But if you want to get a weird playlist, go back and find mine because again, it's weird. But occasionally you find gold in there, and occasionally I'm given gold. Brad has added a whole bunch of stuff,
I find the weirdest but greatest stuff on my YouTube rabbit holes.
and then he sends it to
Oh,
me.
I have to send
and
you
then it
another one.
makes it to the playlist. Please do. Big Stunna has been at the top of the playlist since like
This
the
one
summer.
is much heavier.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It better not be that one that was on Kimmel the other night because I did not care for that.
What was
and
that?
again,
What was
I'm
that?
not- I can't think of the name right now. I'm not going to start digging through my phone right now.
Have you ever heard of a YouTube pop singer called Poppy?
Yep.
Cool. This has Poppy in it.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it this morning. What's the name of the band featuring Poppy?
Bad Omens.
I think that's it.
The song's called
Yeah.
Violence Against Nature.
Send it anyways.
It's on its
I will
way.
Listen to it. Yeah.
It's intense. Anyone hasn't heard it, go check it out. It's fantastic.
The Defiant was a wild band too. They were awesome to see.
The Defiant?
Yeah. When
Oh, he's talking about
when
shooting
is
it at
over?
spikes with a fire topping the side of the box. Huh. My Mini did that.
Yes, it did.
If you tap the side of the
Damn
body,
it.
it fired.
I had it with the plug. It's actually why I no longer use the barrel plug that PFC Chen gave me, because it blew that out of the barrel and kept firing. So now I always use a barrel bag because blink blink. I can remember it like flipping off and shooting someone's toolbox, like scared the hell out of me. And I think that was the last time I fired that thing. I'm pretty sure I shut it off after that one.
And that is why it
Orange.
is currently
The
not
orange
in the
lava
gear bag.
anodized.
And a
It was
chaos
a
board.
blender.
Oof.
Good lord.
It would be a blender. Excuse me. Ugh. Yeah. What do we got planned? Oh, December. Josh, if you're still watching, December 2nd? Was it December 2nd or December 1st? December.
Nope, this is not the song I heard, but this is absolutely getting added to the playlist.
The laser tag thingy. When is that
totally
happening?
getting added.
Send it over to Moncton Paintball. We'll share it. Send what? Send the song. When's the laser tag over at Moncton Paintball? When do we get to do that again? Like when are you doing it again? So I get to do it for the first time. That's the question I'm trying to ask here.
That was a lot of words.
Yes.
I mean, we're not paid by the word. You know that, right?
No, I know. But my mouth needs to move as fast as my brain does, and it's not always.
That's sometimes like a car wreck.
It really is. You just kind of keep going, and eventually you'll plow through it. Yeah. I got nothing. We're pretty much near the end, though.
Right.
I don't know if we're near
we
the
love
end or
you.
not, though.
I don't know.
Sunday, if
Where
the
do
weather
we
cooperates.
go
Oof.
now That it is over.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to
Are
make
you
this
coming
Sunday
to
work.
Moncton, you wiener? You suck.
I got nobody to watch.
Abandon your
my-
family.
So.
Leave her with the wolves. They will raise her. It'll be fine.
I'll just
How you were raised.
knock on the neighbor's door. Alpha
my
22, I'm
child.
here now. Looks like I missed it. You did, bud, but that's
Oh,
okay.
Alpha, buddy. We
That's
still love you.
okay. Yeah, it's okay, buddy. Oh, I can't stop yawning because I'm tired because I'm a dad. And caffeine has no effect on me anymore. I need to detox. I need to detox off caffeine. I think that's what I'm going to have to do.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not touching that one.
Oh, no. Next year, Halloween, Tom and Brad swap places. Brad grow a beard. Or Tom grow a beard, Brad shave his off. Oof. I don't know if I can do it.
Never. No beard.
I don't think you'd look good with a beard.
I would look.
I don't know. I think it's because I've only ever seen you clean shaven. The
Yeah.
longest I've ever seen your facial hair was like the next morning.
Yeah, because I always shave the day before a big game.
Yeah.
If you get shot in the face and you have to shave over a welt, I promise you it hurts.
Just don't shave.
Mm.
Andrew suggests half caffeine coffee. Half coffee. My problem is that I drink too much coffee. Anyways, on that bombshell, we're going to wrap it up, folks. It's been a blast. Thank you for hanging out with us and chit-chatting and liking and sharing and commenting and all that jazz. And, hopefully next week we'll have some more in-depth conversation and topics to go with. Otherwise, we're just going to do this all over again. Maybe we'll get a cool guest on. I don't know yet. But it's been fun.
Talk to us.
Yeah, somebody will come on.
We
and
love
talk to
you.
us.
Thanks for being here. Check out the waffles. Check out the Waffle House.
Yep.
And toodles.
And that's it, folks. So it's been a blast.